Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kaylee. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited. It feels like I have not filmed in forever. It's actually been about 2 weeks since I filmed, but it literally feels like it's been so much longer since I've actually sat down and had time to myself to film. I did just start a new job recently working at David Yurman, so that's really exciting for me. It's going well so far. I'm in my third or fourth week now working there and it's going well, so I've been really busy with that and trying to put all my energy into that. But today I'm really excited because I am reviewing for you guys the Lemonade Craze. This is the new palette from Maybelline. This is such a cute palette and I was so excited to get this palette. The moment that they posted this on Instagram months ago to build some hype about this palette, I was like, oh my gosh, so cute. That's adorable for spring. I screenshotted it. I saved that in my must review later pile. I was so excited for it. And let's just say that this review for this video, it did not go as expected. I don't want to ruin too much or give too much away, but this palette did not go as I had expected. So that's what we're doing today, you guys. We're just reviewing this palette, giving you guys my 100% honest thoughts. As you know, this video is not sponsored. These are my 100% honest, true opinions. I have not watched any other people review this palette before actually purchasing it and filming this review of it for you guys. So I just want to let you guys know that. So like I said, I'm so excited to be filming this video for you guys today. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please make sure to click that link right down below. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you like reviews of drugstore type palettes like this, please give this video a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate that. It really helps me know what videos you guys like, what videos you don't like. Also comment down below if you like videos like this, or if you have other video recommendations for me, please let me know in the comments. I love when you guys comment on my videos. It makes me so happy and it just helps my channel, and I love you guys. So thank you so much for being subscribed to my channel if you are already, and if you're not, what are you waiting for? Today is the perfect day. Go ahead and click that button. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I try to put out new videos every single week. And if you guys are ready to see this review of the new Maybelline Lemonade Craze Palette, then please keep watching and let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've already got my base all done, so we are good to go. I'm just going to prep my eyes real quick using a little bit of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is just what always works well for me. I'm just going to go ahead and pop a little bit of this on. Alright, so now the eyes are nice and prepped and ready to go. So now we can go ahead and jump into our little palette here. I just think this is a great little versatile, very neutral, very wearable eyeshadow palette. So that's my initial thoughts and hopes going into this. But of course I haven't even touched this or swatched it at all yet. So I figured I would just go ahead and swatch all these colors on my arm so you guys can see what they look like. Alright, so I just quickly kind of swatched the top half of the palette here so you guys can see those colors. This one feels a little bit kind of powdery glittery, but aside from that, I mean, they are all very light shades. Okay, so this is the second row here. So they don't seem to be too crazy wild pigmented upon swatching them. I had to go over it a couple times in order to get the color to really show up. So I'm curious to see how they apply to the eye. I think so. Like I said, swatching them, they're not crazy pigmented. I did go over them a couple times. That doesn't mean that they're not gonna apply really awesome to the eyes. We're just gonna have to see. So as always, per all of my reviews, I'm gonna try to use as many colors from this palette as possible. I just think that really helps me get a good gauge of how the colors perform and gives you guys a better review on a palette whenever I can use more than 2 or 3 or 4 colors. I'm just gonna try to use as many colors as possible so that we can really see how they look on the eye. Okay, so first we're just gonna go into this very first shade right here. So we're just gonna take this kind of above the crease and up towards the brow just to start a little transition there. Just quickly kind of swiping a little bit of that color on. We're not gonna go, like I said, it's my skin tone color, so it's not gonna do too much. In my mind, we're gonna kind of do a halo eye kind of, because I really wanna use this all over the lid and maybe a little bit of this. But I'm kind of thinking pinks on the top and then maybe we'll pop the yellow on the lower lash line. Okay, so I'm gonna first try to go in with this super light pink shade. It didn't really show up very well on my skin, but we're gonna try to go into it. And we're gonna start with this shade in the inner corner of the eye here in the crease. but going towards the inner corner here and kind of bringing it down. Just kind of like placing it and then just kind of doing like circular motions to like buff it in there. It barely shows up just because it's such a light shade. I've dipped into the color several times now. We're not really seeing any kickback in the pan or any fallout on the face, but I've dipped in several times in order to get this little bit of pigmentation that you can see is finally developing. Okay, moving on, we're gonna go into the color Coral Punch right here, and this is a more satin shade, so I'm just gonna try to apply this just like a matte shade because I kind of want to get like a little bit of an ombre look going if I can. So I'm gonna take this one again in the crease and then just up slightly. So I am picking up a good amount of color every time I go into it. Again, this is just another lighter shade, like you definitely have to build it. This is my 4th time going into it now, and we're just starting to get it to show up. You really have to be willing to work with it and build it in order to get that color payoff that like I'm really wanting. These colors are so light. We've only used the matte shades, but so far there's like no punch to these. All right, we're gonna go into this really bright pink now, and we're gonna take that on the outer portion of the eye. I'm hoping this one has a little bit more pigment. It looked like it did whenever I was swatching it on my arm, but I don't know. So we're gonna take this again to the crease and then upwards, blending it into that peach shade. It's like it's pigmented when you initially pop it on the eye, but then when you try to blend it, it's just like, it's just kind of like it's blending into nothing. Putting it on the eye, like you can see it there, it's pigmented, but as soon as you start to blend it, it's just like, it's so fine that it just disappears. It's not really going anywhere. It's not going the way that I want it to go. Okay guys, so honestly, I have built this as much as I can build it on my eye right now, and I want it to do more. It's not really like giving it to me in any way, and I just wish that there was like more pigment there. Like I've literally been doing this for like 5 minutes trying to build this color, and it's not building any more than this, you know? I think we might next go into the shade right here, Sweet Tea, and just try to darken up in the crease area a little bit more and get a little bit more depth there. See, that shade is not dark at all either. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Doesn't really like show up too much at all. It's getting rid of the pink. Okay, that color is not working, so let's go ahead and try this a little bit deeper, darker brown, and see if that one will show up a little bit more. So I'm kind of stamping it on, and then I'm gonna kind of go in and blend it. It's not really doing anything, is it? Going back into that pink shade again. So I literally can't blend it at all. If I want the color to show up, I gotta dip into it and just like lightly pat it on. Lightly. I guess let's go ahead and finish this look up here and do this really fun, pretty duochrome-y kind of shade on the lid. So I kind of want that to be like in the middle, and then maybe take a little bit of this more like coppery one, a little bit on the outer and the inner corner. And we're just gonna, oh no. I always do shimmery shades with my finger. I just think that they work much better than using a brush. Look at that. It's like barely showing up. Man, this is what I was afraid of. Like, it's so pretty, but it's so hard to show up on the skin. Okay, new idea for this. I'm just going to try to dampen a little bit of a flat brush with some setting spray, and hopefully that will help this color to apply a little bit better for us. Okay, it's definitely going on better. Swiping it on isn't really doing anything, so you really just kind of have to tap it on where you want it. Okay, so I've got the color on now in the center of both of my lids, so still kind of disappointing. I am going to continue with that same like dampened brush technique, and now we're gonna go into bronzy shade here, the outer corner of the eye here. Now this one, when swatching it, was less like glittery and chunky feeling. It is already applying a lot more pigmented and nicer, so that's a plus. And we'll do a little bit at the inner corner here as well. This is just not impressive looking at all, guys. Okay, moving on, let's go ahead and try the color that I was literally the most excited for in the entire palette, which is this matte yellow shade right here. So we're gonna take this on the lower lash line, cross our fingers and pray that it's better than the other shades. Just trying to stamp it, since that seems to be the way to apply these colors, is to just stamp, stamp, stamp and get it on like that. Can you guys even see it? This is so underwhelming, you guys. It's just not doing it. I mean, I've gone into a good amount of product about 5 or 6 times now, and it's doing almost nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and take this gold color called Main Squeeze, and we're gonna use that as the inner corner highlight shade today. Yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt to go into that shade with a dry brush. I'm just gonna immediately wet this brush. It's really pretty as an inner corner highlight shade once you get it wet. Okay, so that's actually really pretty and probably my favorite color of the palette, which is sad because you can literally just put any kind of little gold highlight shade in the inner corner to get the same exact look. This isn't your best palette, Maybelline. Okay, so we used every color except this one and this one. And this one kind of has the consistency more of this one, so it's probably one of the better shades, but maybe we'll go over the bronzy shade with this pink one in the center just so we can say we used it. Let's just go over the top. It's the exact same consistency as the bronze one. It's still not like anything super fantastic or awesome. It's just okay. And then again, this one is just that super chalky, really, really light, my skin tone shade. So we did test out almost all the colors here, and all right, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish up with some mascara and some lashes off camera, and I'll be back with you guys to check in. I have glitter all over my face now, so I did want to mention that to you guys. I don't know how easy it is to see it, but I do have little glitter specks all over my face now because there was a lot of fallout with those glittery, metallic-y shades. So just so you guys know. Okay guys, we're just gonna quickly finish up here with the Maybelline Gigi Hadid collab. This is in the color McCall. We're just gonna finish up with this. We need more color than this, don't we? Okay, this isn't great either, but this is Stone Fox from ColourPop. I'm just kind of like, I could play around and try to find a better lip with this, but it's 9 p.m. I'm at home, I'm not going anywhere. So I'm sure you guys already kind of have an idea of my thoughts on this palette, but let's just recap a little bit. The matte shades, they're not that pigmented. They're very hard to build up, and then once you get them, you really can't blend them like at all. These shimmer shades are not very pigmented as well. They're very hard to kind of show up and work with. And again, they did crumble all over the face. Like, I really do have that fine glitter all over my face right now. The drugstore has really been stepping up their game a lot in the last like year or so. There are just so many like great product after product after product coming from the drugstore, and then for as large of a company as Maybelline to put out something like this, I just feel like it is honestly such a letdown to me. Like, I was like hyped up about this palette for months. Maybelline normally puts out such good products, but this one is just a total dud for me, you guys. This is like, what, $11 or $12, and I think definitely save your money. Definitely wait, because there are lots of new products launching literally every week right now from the drugstore and high-end, and I think that you can definitely find something with similar colors but that's much better than this palette. But again, that's just my opinion. It could work out great for you, and if it does, if you do get this palette and it works out awesome for you, please let me know. Let me know in the comments if you liked this palette. I really tried my best to make this palette work. All I can do is just smile. Alright you guys, that is it for this video. I do hope that you enjoyed this review. Even though this was a dud for me and I was very let down by this, I did try to really keep a positive spirit for you guys and give you guys a really honest review of this palette. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like a drugstore palette type review videos like this. I can definitely do more of them on my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here, for watching my videos. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I will see you in my next video.